on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
How's the water there?
Well, it's June as we film this. It might be July by the time you guys watch this, but it's bearable, maybe. I think you could go swimming in there, but you'd be a little bit cold.
It looks like we're on a lake here, but I assure you we are not. This is actually the ocean. We are on an inlet and the water is pretty calm. The plan was though to go for a walk down this sort of rocky beach, but we can't because the tide is in. Last night we got here and you could do that, so it just shows you how much the tides come in and out here. By the way, if you're new around here, I'm Trevor and the girl down there, that's my wife, and we are the Delightful Travelers. Make sure to click on subscribe, hit the bell to follow along on our adventures. Lots more Nova Scotia coming up.
So if you're wondering what this beautiful area is called, I actually meant to look it up on Google Maps before we came down here, but I didn't bring my phone. It's, I think, Black Point or Chance Harbour. If I'm totally wrong about that, we'll put the name of it up on the screen. Basically like 20 minutes or 15 minutes from New Glasgow, not too far from Pictou, that area.
This is such a cool staircase. It's quite steep to get down here, but it certainly does the trick. Big fan of this.
Tell you what, I'm also a big fan of this view. It's kind of nice that there's this staircase here, that it's very steep to go down because you have a great view from up here.
So a lot of you are probably wondering two things right now. Number one, why is she wearing my red sunglasses?
I'm sorry guys, but these are my sunglasses. I bought them, I got them, and then he just kind of took them over, so they belong to me.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her.
It's true.
Number two, what's up with the tiny home?
Right, so for anyone that's just tuning in the last two videos, we made a big announcement that we are building a tiny house. It's gonna be ready in another few weeks, so it's not ready yet, but we'll definitely, as soon as it's ready to move in, ready to get ready, we will have lots of videos on it.
Yeah, we'll be going back to it, don't worry. It's just a 4 hour drive from where we live in Halifax in the main city, but we will be going in and out of the tiny home series throughout the course of the summer. You can probably tell it's really windy today. I really wanted to fly the drone, but there's no way that's happening. Do us a favor though, before we show you our place, our cabin, where we are staying, make sure to like the video. It just really helps us out. It gets the video in general out there to everyone else.
So this is the cottage that we're staying in for a few days. How cute is it? It's really adorable. I also just realized the name of it is called Drift Inn. We actually booked it on Airbnb, so I didn't actually know what the name of it is, but it's very fitting for where we are. We're right on the ocean, driftwood, I guess. Plus people are drifting in and out because it's an Airbnb.
Check out this patio here. I just absolutely love the decor, and of course we have this gorgeous view of the lake.
Yeah, it kind of has like a cottage chic vibe going on, or an ocean chic, whatever you want to call that. I like it. It's also giving me some ideas for our tiny home. We'll talk about that throughout the video, I think, some things that we're talking about. So if you are really anxious and waiting for more tiny house videos, we will talk about what we're thinking with decor and that kind of thing throughout this video.
So at the tiny home we are building, we're not going to have a patio right away. We'll probably just have a little graveled area. However, we still have room to put in some chairs, and this gives us a good idea of what kind of chairs we want. We know we need a place for people to eat because we're going to be renting it out at some point. And we also want some like loungy chairs so we can just hang out in the sun.
Yeah, I think this is a really good I guess example of something we do. I like the loungy chair.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't cost like $500 like some of them do, the really expensive ones. And then they have like the plastic Adirondack or Muskoka chair, whatever you want to call it. But I want them in like a really bright color. I wonder if they come in like a bright blue.
Probably, and the best thing is these would be really easy to clean rather than have cushions that would just get dirty over time.
So yeah, this is actually super comfortable. It must fold up easily. I didn't try it because it's just been out here. And it's got a place to put your head. Yeah, I could stay here for a while.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get those.
Yeah. So before we show you the inside, there's one more thing outside you really have to see.
It's not the barbecue, but there is one in case you are wondering.
But back here.
All right.
There's an outdoor shower.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that not awesome? I love outdoor showers. All right, we are inside now. This is obviously the kitchen area. We made dinner here last night. It's got everything you need, basically. There's also a full-size fridge. The last few places we stayed at have half sizes, which are more than fine, but it feels like a treat to have an actual full-size fridge.
Yeah, it does. And it just feels like a treat to have a very spacious kitchen.
One thing I do like about this place is all like the little decorative pieces like this with the hooks, which is super functional in the first place, but then it's really cute too.
Let's check out this area. This is a giant table that right now we're kind of using for an office, but you can have 4 people here for dinner, and of course you have the view of the lake. One thing I just want to point out as well, see there's a lamp here behind the table. Just pro tip, if you own a place, we've stayed at so many places where there's no lighting at night. You have to have all the lights on and there's just no ambiance, there's no way to set the mood. Just try to get a lamp if you own a place like this.
So this is the living room area. You got a super comfy couch. There is also a TV. I have not turned it on, but apparently there is cable. They also have a DVD player and some DVDs if you have a rainy day or get bored. Some good tables and stuff around here. Also is good Wi-Fi here. We were pleasantly surprised about that because we just spent a bunch of time in Cape Breton, and on the west side of Cape Breton, the Wi-Fi and the cell signal in general are
the best. I mean, it's hit or miss at best, but
yeah, but it's never that fast. You might get like 5 or 6 down and like 0.5 up. Not so great for uploading
they upgrade
a video.
that at some point.
Hope so. So there are 2 bedrooms. This one I guess would be more fit for kids because there's bunk beds, but there is a double bed down here, and then there's another bedroom right next door.
Let's check out the master. So here we are. It's a perfect size room. Remember, we are in a cottage or cabin here. It's got hooks. There's no closet, but there's this really nice structure, driftwood with hooks as well. And we have a dresser to keep all your clothes in. So it's kind of a perfect setup if you ask me. I'll show you guys the bathroom really quick. Excuse the mess, but you do have a sink, toilet of course. We have a medicine cabinet here. Hi guys. And of course we have a shower. This goes along with the outdoor shower. We have an indoor shower. All right, that wraps up the tour here, but now it's time to go and check out what's around here. Just check out the area in general.
Yeah, we actually booked this cottage in particular because it's close to a beach that you guys recommended. We've done a few beach videos in the past. We've also posted stuff on Instagram, and you guys always recommend this beach, so it better be good.
Well, welcome to Melmerby Beach. This is our first time here and first impressions. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a long stretch. It'd be great if we could put the drone up, but it's a little windy, so no promises there.
We'll see.
It'd be great if we could get a better view because it's gorgeous. It's long, white sand, pretty calm waters, although there was signs for rip currents when there's waves. So I think you have to be a little bit careful swimming here. But it's beautiful.
One thing it reminds me of right away, so somewhat recently, we were at Martinique Beach. That's also in Nova Scotia, just on the other coast, on the east side. And that beach is extremely long as well. It's longer than this one.
I think it's the longest beach in Nova Scotia.
It is the longest beach in Nova Scotia. You remember it?
I did.
I didn't. One thing about this water, though, because we are on the north shore, give or take, the water's supposed to be warm, although it's June.
It's June, so it's still way warmer than anything around Halifax, that's right.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna go down here and test the water out. What do you think it's gonna be like?
Well, keep in mind we're about 10 minutes from where we started the video, but that was an inlet, so it might be a little bit warmer than this, but let's find out.
This is, I mean, straight up open ocean.
It's chilly.
It's chilly.
Yep.
Can confirm in June it's chilly.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna declare it. You guys win this one. This is a really beautiful beach. The water is quite clear. Like I can see to the bottom right now. The sun's out, so yeah, it's just a beautiful, almost Caribbean looking beach. It's also huge, like we said, so I feel like even in the summertime when it's packed, it's still, you'd be able to spread out quite a bit. It's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 groups here maybe at the moment.
So just keep in mind that we are here during a pandemic, but things are starting to get better. It's also June, so even the locals, they all wouldn't flock here unless it's a really warm day. Today is warm though, but it is a Monday, so you know, people are still working. But even that said, there's no way this beach, I can just not envision it in normal times being so packed that you would have nowhere to sit.
We've definitely lucked out on weather. The next couple of days are supposed to be rainy, so I'm not really gonna get to enjoy our cottage too much. I guess we'll really enjoy the cottage because we won't be able to go outside. But today is perfect. Yesterday it was like maybe 17 or 18, a little bit chilly. Today it was supposed to be 20, but I think it's well into the low 20s, maybe 22, 23. And in the sun, it's actually quite hot.
All right, well, enough filming. It's time to do some relaxing. That's what we're here to do, right?
Yeah.
Lounge. All right, so we just drove over to Trenton to come to a place called Sam's Pizza. And, well, we got a slice to go because we've heard a lot about pizza around here.
We have, so Pictou County Pizza is apparently a very famous thing. Again, a lot of you guys have told us to try it over and over. I feel like anytime we try any pizza anywhere now, everyone always says you have to go to Pictou County and try the pizza. Apparently it's very, very unique. They make their own sauce. It's not a traditional tomato sauce, it's a brown sauce, but not like an HP sauce from what I understand. They make their own sauce. So it just,
to me, I mean, and you guys let me know if you've been to Nova Scotia or wherever you're from in the world, it just looks like an average piece of pizza. I mean, visually it doesn't look like it's going to be amazing as everyone says, but we'll find out when we taste it.
And if you are wondering where we're sitting right now, we're not at Sam's Pizza. We came over to a place near where we're staying. It's
Provincial
Park. Powell's, I think it's called.
I think it's called Powell's. Right now we're still coming down from the pandemic and we can't eat inside or anything, so luckily it's a nice day.
This is a pretty nice place to eat. So
it is.
All right, I'm gonna try this. What's it gonna be like?
I'm very curious. Thinking. So the place where we're staying, the host actually told us generally people either love this pizza or don't like it at all. And he told me a story that there's people that actually get this pizza here in Nova Scotia, likely locals, and ship it out west. Like if someone works out west but they're from here, they ship it out there, of course, frozen, just so they can have Pictou style pizza. It's
interesting. I don't really know how to describe the sauce. Like it is like a brown sauce. It's got some spices in it, but there's not anything like super punchy about it. So you don't really notice if there are tomatoes in it. I'm not sure. You don't really notice like there's no sweetness to it at all, really. So I think the pepperoni stands out a little bit more than it would with the regular tomato sauce. But I'm not gonna say it's like the best pizza I've ever had, but it's good. Just I don't know.
Let me try.
You try it.
All right. See if you can see the inside here. It's gooey. It's a thick crust pizza.
And I don't know if I said, but the pepperoni's really good.
Oh yeah. Oh, that pepperoni is really good. Yeah, it's it's thick. The crust is soft. It's not the bottom of the crust is soft. It's not crispy, not crunchy. The cheese stands out. There's just a lot of cheese on this, but yeah, the brown sauce is hard to.
It's really hard to describe. It really just it almost tastes like the pepperoni or something.
In a strange way, like there's pizza in Nova Scotia, and I'm sure many other places you can get, like a barbecue chicken pizza. It's almost like a mix of a mild barbecue sauce mixed in with like tomato sauce.
Yeah.
It's good. I wish it actually was a bit more spicy. They told me there's like tomatoes, onions, and a bunch of secret spices.
And from what I understand, and I could be wrong here, someone could correct us, but I think all the different pizza places around here, and I think Acropole or Acropole, or however you say that.
I forget the name of it.
Around here has its own pizza. They sort of all have their own special sauce, and they're similar, but they have their own secrets.
This is something like, so I grew up in Cape Breton, and a lot of people that are in Cape Breton say you can't beat Cape Breton pizza. And you can. And I'm from Cape Breton, but you can beat this pizza too. What that all means is, anything you grew up with and you're more familiar with, you're going to miss it when you're not there. You're going to want it. But this is solid.
And there's something nice too about every region kind of having their own specialty.
100%. 100%. If we had our pick, don't fall camera.
It's windy.
It's windy. If we had our pick, I would always pick like an Italian style.
Me too. Like a thin
pizza,
crust,
like Napoli, any day. But this hits the spot. This would be really good late at night watching a hockey game or something like that. Yeah, just good comfort food. I get it again, honestly. We're now back at the cabin, right where we started, but we're able to walk now on the rocky beach. I don't know if you guys can see
the tide's out now.
Well, the dock is back there, or the stairs, not a dock. That's where we were at the start of the video.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's just really windy.
It's also, it's way windier over this way. I'm not sure why, but
don't know. But we do have a beer. What is it again?
It's a Lawrencetown Session Ale, I think it is. It's a good one. Nice summery, light kind of beer.
It's like a local craft beer in Nova Scotia. It's a good one. We do have to talk about one thing. So you guys know we announced our big reveal of
Yeah.
the tiny home.
Well, by the time you guys see this, you will know what it is. But while we record this, we had just put out the video saying that next week it's coming out. So in the comments this week of the video, you guys had so many guesses.
Yeah.
Really disappointed in a lot of you.
There was just some interesting guesses. I think some of you didn't want to guess in case you gave it away to the other commenters.
I think a lot of you got it. Like they really
Some of you
kind of
did.
said like, you guys have hinted a long time, and I think you guys know, those guys know what you're talking about. A lot of you guessed changing the name of the channel to the Delightful Family or
A lot of you
Travelers.
thought there was a baby. It's funny that that was probably the most popular guess.
Yes,
Nope.
very disappointed. in
Sorry
all
to
of you.
disappoint. The other thing was a group trip, and people have been asking about that. That is one I think we're going to do at some point. We're not announcing anything now, but I think we're
But
going
we're
to.
definitely thinking about it for sure.
We're back up on the deck, and now we're just talking about what we're going to do on the interior design on the inside of our tiny home.
Yeah, so 2 videos ago when we told you about the tiny house, we really went through like the color scheme of
Yep.
the walls and the cabinets and all that
So
kind of
do
thing.
you guys remember? If you don't, most of it's going to be white. There'll be some natural wood and there'll be some black. So all neutral colors. We can do whatever we want, and we need your help maybe picking out what we should do.
Yeah, so basically accent colors of like pillows and just, you know, random decor around the place,
Yeah.
I guess. We're kind of thinking like teal blues or like yellow. I
Teal
don't
and
know.
yelloe, maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I like that when I see it in other places.
I know. Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions on that, we're all ears.
So it's a red.
Maybe a red? I don't know. It's going to be fun to do. That's honestly what we can't wait for, is to get in there
Yeah.
and start decorating. And we're going to take you along for that and make you like a part of the whole process, because
That'll
that's
be so much
our
fun.
favorite thing to do, is kind of decorate a space, especially like a modern tiny home in the middle of the
Yeah.
woods.
I'm on Pinterest all the time, just like looking at inspiration pictures, basically.
So if you're new around here, I'm Trevor, Anna, Delightful Travelers. Click on subscribe, make sure to like the video, leave us a comment and let us know what you thought about today's video. Heck, if you want to support us, we're on Patreon. There's a join button below. It goes a long way to help us create these videos for you.
Especially when we're doing stuff like this and traveling around Nova Scotia and renting places along the way. That can get really expensive. If to rent a car, rent places like this and
Yeah.
eat out, basically.
So we're gonna finish up our beer. There's more Nova Scotia videos coming up and tiny home videos. It's gonna be an exciting summer till we eventually get
So exciting.
back out on the road, like in a plane and go somewhere.
Oh my God.
That's
Can you even imagine?
that's coming
A
slowly.
plane. All right, guys, that's it.
From somewhere near New Glasgow in Nova Scotia, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
Oh,